He's doing good, Tough kid, obviously. After the first round, his eye was bothering him. You could see that he got hit. Justin just kept busting him up the next couple of rounds.
Yeah.
And Ilia really wanted to continue. I actually think he probably won that round, too. His corner, I think, stopped the fight. Props to them.
Represent the new generation of the mixed martial arts.
He got a ground smoking up. That's it. Oh! He does it again.
I know that I'm gonna take his lads out in the first round.
With anticipation continuing to build, all that's left now is to see how it unfolds inside the cage. The questions, debates, and predictions will soon be answered when both fighters finally step across from each other on fight night. Let's get into it.
It's the fresher fight. Oh, right hand, he hurt him. I mean, Ilia's face is just destroyed.
We literally had him get out of the octagon before the hands even raised and sent him to the hospital.
Champion of the world, Justin.
What's being reported is that he had 2 broken orbital bones and a broken nose. So both his eyes were broken and his nose was broken.
In combat sports, most injuries eventually heal with time. Cuts close, bruises fade, and even difficult defeats can become part of a champion's growth. Eye injuries, however, often generate greater concern because they can affect vision, timing, confidence, and a fighter's ability to perform at the highest level. That is why so much of the discussion following Topuria's loss focused not on the result itself, but on the long-term implications of the damage he sustained. For many observers, the central question became not whether he could recover from a defeat, but how fully he could recover from the physical toll of one of the toughest fights of his career.
All these reports are that he has 2 fractured orbitals and a broken nose. Just that alone, just the orbitals alone, like anytime you've got eye injuries, like anything severe with your eyes, long-term consequences vary.
It's psychological.
Absolutely.
And your body heals.
And physical.
The body is resilient.
Yeah. Like, I'm telling you,
broken bones make stronger bones. Like that is his orbital bones will be stronger.
It depends on where, though, Justin. The orbital bone, I had my orbital broken, and for 6 months I would do this and my tooth would move, and it's right where my sinus cavity is. You remember when you hit me with the spinning elbow?
Your tooth would move,
dude.
When you push
right
on
here,
your cheek,
and my tooth.
Topuria's team entered the fight with complete confidence in his abilities, built on years of success and dominant performances. However, championship-level MMA often delivers unexpected challenges, and the bout ultimately proved that even the most accomplished fighters can face adversity when competing against elite opposition.
Research, and I want to know, like, if you would fight your brother professionally.
No, don't give me this.
Yes.
Don't give me this question. He will win 100%.
That's how you think so?
Yes, he will win 100%.
So that's it. That's your final concern. You don't need to seconds, no time.
But brothers never fight. I always say. Actually, behind the cameras, I fight with him whole my life. Whole my life. But in front of camera, in front of people, my brother is best of them.
Justin Gaethje entered the event as a significant underdog, with many expecting Topuria's momentum and youth to be decisive. Instead, Gaethje produced a career-defining performance, overcoming the odds and turning what many anticipated would be Topuria's showcase into one of the most memorable victories of his own career. The intensity and competitiveness of the fight left a strong impression on fans and analysts alike.
But the night belonged to Justin Gaethje, a guy that came in here as a 6-1 dog. Justin Gaethje has long been considered your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. That's not just something people say because it sounds cool. This is real. Justin goes in there with Ilia Topuria, a guy who has been just absolutely phenomenal the entirety of his career. He gets hurt very bad, builds back. When we were talking about this thing and we were building this thing, I told Anakin Rogan, I believe that a setting can propel people to great things. I'm not the type of person that does not think that the environment can play a part.
Aleksandre Topuria has often been described as far more than just Ilia's older brother. Throughout their careers, he has been a training partner, teammate, mentor, and constant source of competition in the gym. Their close relationship was built on years of pushing each other to improve, with Aleksandre helping create the demanding environment that contributed to Ilia's rise through the sport. Because of that bond, many observers believe that seeing Ilia endure such a difficult defeat would have been emotionally challenging for Aleksandre as well, given how closely their journeys in MMA have been connected.
Body, deal with his weight and don't get injured. I cannot give him advantage. If I give him advantage, yeah, it's gonna be easy work for him. So I want to put him pressure, give him hard work.
So realistic.
More than stay with him physically, which I was, but I cannot tell you which was the most competitive part, because with him everything is competitive. I cannot choose like striking, wrestling, grappling, because everywhere it's like
videos was the video that went viral was you showing Ilia the way that he was going to finish Max Holloway. Do you have any sort of like breakdown or things that you saw with Justin Gaethje as well? Obviously, you can't give too much away, but over time, is there going to be another video if the knockout happens this weekend where you're showing Ilia exactly how to do it?
I have to say this with another brothers, but like I say, me and him, we are not just brothers, we are good friends. So it's very important to have, because sometimes for somebody, brother is something, family, and just, okay, when we sit on the table and the family, we speak about it. No, we are not that type of brothers. We are brothers, but at the same time, we are.
Topuria's condition became one of the biggest talking points after the fight, with attention shifting away from future title implications and toward his recovery. The concern expressed by those close to him, including his brother Aleksandre, highlighted the emotional impact of such a difficult setback. Standing beside him after the toughest night of his career, Aleksandre's support reflected the strong bond they have built through years of training, competition, and shared sacrifices.
In the hospital, he's busted up. I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital. I don't know that's not a fact, but I'm just assuming. And my plans for him are to go home and rest and recover and take his time. And tonight was a rough night for him. I just want to make sure he's healthy and good, and not even thinking about him fighting again. Just want him to go home and relax.
Topuria's future became a major topic of debate after the loss. Some observers, including rival Paddy Pimblett, suggested that the psychological impact of experiencing serious adversity for the first time could be just as important as the physical recovery. Throughout much of his career, Topuria had been the fighter imposing his will on opponents rather than fighting from behind. Whether that setback ultimately becomes a turning point or a source of motivation remains unknown, but most agree that his response to this defeat will be one of the defining chapters of his career. Topuria entered the fight with the confidence that comes from years of success, an undefeated record, and victories over elite opponents. The loss did not erase his talent or accomplishments, but it introduced a new challenge: responding to adversity at the highest level. While fans and analysts focused on what the defeat might mean for his future, those closest to him, including his brother Aleksandre Topuria, were witnessing the personal side of the setback. In many ways, the story shifted from dominance and momentum to resilience, recovery, and how a champion responds when faced with the toughest moment of his career.
Which, to be honest, that might have played a part in it. Know what I mean? The fact I hate Ilia and the fact that Justin beat me and I like Justin, that might have played a part in the fact. But I was saying to people, Gaethje to get you into that dogfight, dragged you into it. Know what I mean? And Ilia's never had that. Ilia's never had to come back from adversity. Ilia's only ever been the hammer. He's never been the nail. I don't think Ilia Topuria ever comes back the same. His whole mantra, his whole ego, know what I mean? Like his is like, I'm undefeated, no one can beat me. Having celebrations the night before the fight. I just don't think he'll ever be the same. He's never had to come back from nothing like that. I've had to face adversity before. So nothing can prepare you for it. That's the thing. And that's why I don't think he'll ever come back the same. Nothing can prepare you for it. But we'll find out what sort of man he is if he does come back and when he does come back. Because, as I say, I've been there before. I've been beat. You know what I mean? And I've had to come back stronger every time, and I have done. He's never been beat. He's never had to do this before. He's gonna have to look at himself in the mirror and be like, "What? I've just got my head smashed in. I need to come back." And you never know. He might have the cojones to do.
According to the account being described, Dana White said that Ilia Topuria wanted to keep fighting despite suffering significant damage and impaired vision. The discussion emphasizes Topuria's determination and toughness, but also highlights the concern that there can be a point where continuing becomes too dangerous, regardless of a fighter's willingness to go on. The sequence suggests that heavy damage around his eye accumulated after the third round, leading to growing concerns about his safety and long-term health.